This is an update video, what to expect from Canon in 2017. First off, we've already received a number of things from Canon. We've already received the 77D, the T7i or 800D, and the EOS M6. We should expect two more bodies to be coming out to us, and those are the 6D Mark II and the SL2. For those of you who don't know, the SL1 is a very small, it's much like the old Canon Rebel XS, very small, light. It's very an entry level sort of thing to the DSLR market and interchangeable lens market in general. One of the things that we expect from that camera, the SL2, is that it's going to be spec'd pretty close to the T7i or the 77D. That's probably because Canon's recognizing that it really needs to step up its game with its entry-level cameras. Sony is producing so many fantastic entry-level cameras that are interchangeable lens that Canon needs to provide a value proposition that is nearly as good or better than what Sony can provide. So there are three lenses that we should expect from Canon here in 2017. Those are the 85mm f1.4L IS, the Canon EFS 35mm M IS STM lens, and the Canon EF 135mm f2, f1.8, don't know quite yet, L series lens. That 85 should be able to be a competitor to the Sony G Master and the Sigma Art, and if it's close anyway, that's going to be a big deal. But I doubt that its price point is going to be nearly as good as the Sigma. There are two things in Canon's cinema line that we should be expecting here in 2017. Those are a Canon cinema camera that is located below the C300 Mark II. Doubt that it's going to be called the C100 Mark III because they recently updated the C100 to the C100 Mark II, and that includes dual pixel autofocus. And they still sell Mark Is that you can pay, I think, an additional $500-ish to update that to the dual pixel autofocus. Additionally, right around in NAB territory timeframe, we should be seeing another Canon Cinema Prime lens get released, and it's potential that there's going to be anamorphic lenses that Canon's releasing for their cinema line here in 2017, probably later on in the year. So there's a couple of things that we can be pretty sure won't be coming this year. A 600mm f4 with IS doesn't seem likely. There probably will never be another 1DC, so the 1DC Mark II that there may have been potential for. Probably not going to happen. Those have recently experienced some pretty substantial price cuts because they were way overpriced in the first place, so I'm glad they're seeing that, but I don't think there's been enough buy-in from a big enough market to see that be replaced anytime soon. Finally, we shouldn't really expect to see an update to the 5DS or the 5DSR. Those super high megapixel cameras are not, their value holds pretty steady. What we need to see in that is an increase in ISO performance, much better ISO performance overall, because it wasn't really usable from what I've been led to believe over about 1600 ISO and really probably closer to 800 ISO because those pixels were packed so close. And one of the things that we've been finding out over the last several years is that fewer megapixels means bigger pixel size means better low light performance. Additionally, one of the things that's been really key for Sony with their A7S series cameras is A7S and A7S Mark II has been their 2 layers of noise reduction, and Canon doesn't seem to have implemented a similar feature, so I'm looking forward to something in that vein coming either this year in the 6D Mark II or going forward in about 2018. So I'm looking forward to that. Don't have too much anticipation about it because it's Canon, but I really think that I'd love to hear what your feedback is. I'd love to hear what you think, what you would really love to see Canon make. Myself, I would love to see Canon make a 17-55 f2.8 Mark II that is with IS, that is smaller and lighter and cheaper. I would be comfortable giving up some optical performance for that. I would also love to see Canon start making L series glass for the EFS line. That's kind of a big deal, but most of all I think there needs to be a lot more glass for the EF M line. I think for their mirrorless cameras, Canon's done a really poor job of building out that lens lineup, but here in 2017 I don't think that's probably going to happen. So yeah, let me know what you think. I'd love to hear what you're interested in and what you're hoping for. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more news updates like this. And please don't hesitate to check out my Patreon page that I've just started up. I'm really looking forward to being able to invest more time and attention myself into making this YouTube content and making it better for you. Some income generated by that would allow me to do that. So it would allow me to spend more time and focus a lot more heavily on pieces of quality that I'm really interested in and kind of the creative endeavor that all this is. I'd really appreciate your support. I'll see you in the next one.